It's liable to be some stiff talking in there.
Tigers now face a third and about 30. Rogers throwing out there to Montellis Kraft. He's got the ball, Ricky Allen. He might go all the way. That's number 1, Montellis Kraft on the touchdown.
Well,
the ball was at the 40-yard line. That's a 60-yard hitch pass from Tristan Rogers to Montellis Kraft.
We like to have underthrown the ball, and Montellis just got it off the ground and took off with it, and just a good play. We needed that, Tony.
I'm going to believe that he caught that ball because it was so close to being dropped. I don't know, it could have very well been a lateral that he just picked up after dropping it, but I think he caught it. But it was a great move to the inside to cut against the grain, and then Montellis just turned on the afterburners and beat everybody.
I thought he might have, I was worried about his knee going down. I'm pretty sure he caught the ball, but I was worried about his knee going down.
On to attempt a point after, real important, number 10, Justin Haney. The extra point's up, looks like it's good, and it is, and with 7:30 remaining in the first half of play, the score now is Sterlington 20, Oak Grove 14. I'll tell you something, Ricky. You look at these Sterlington Panthers who have been striking quickly against the Tigers. One thing that they found out is that these Oak Grove Tigers have been in real big ball games. They've come from behind to win real big ball games. One thing this Tiger team will not do, and that's lay down.
No, they won't, Tony. And we've been talking bad about some of the stuff they're doing, but I'm sure if we can get out of this half and get in the locker room at halftime, you'll see a different Oak Grove squad the second half.
Well, I'm telling you what, we're seeing a different Oak Grove attitude right here. I mean, Montellis with that ball almost thrown into the ground, could have just let it go, but that's a 60-yard touchdown pass. That's some kind of offense that this Sterlington defense hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah. We're quite capable of getting lined out on that defense and shutting them down, too. I'm anxious to see that. And if we can get the defense kind of working with the offense and giving the offense the ball without being on a kickoff, we could turn this thing around.
Well, I can tell you, if there's anybody in the state I'd trust to get the defense fixed, it'd be Vic Dalrymple. We've got Justin Haney kicking off again. Kind of a squib kick. It's going to be picked up, looks like, by number 30. For Sterlington, he's running east and west.
Flag on the play, Tony. I'm not sure. Clip. We got a clip or something on this.
Like you say, that was a sophomore, Jamal English, doing what we said you can't do on a kickoff, Ricky, and that's running east and west. We'll wait to see what the penalty is.
Illegal block in the back.
Well, if that's the case, that's going to be marked off half the distance of the goal.
And, Tony, this is where we really need to make a defensive stand right here. We got them deep in their end of the field, and we need to really step up on defense and not let them out.
Certainly a turnover right here, or like you say, I would certainly love to have a turnover, but I'll tell you what I'd like to see, Ricky, is like what you say, a good defensive stand right here, force them to punt. Last week, I think it was, Sterlington gave up 2 points, and that 2 points was a safety, and I'm pretty sure it was a punt that there was a bad snap on the punt. So Sterlington's special teams are questionable, and if we can force them into a punting situation, the Tigers would have good field position. Jacob Ashley bring them to the line of scrimmage. The ball is at the Sterlington 6-yard line. 1st and 10, handoff up around the left side. That's what we're looking for, Ricky Allen.
Yeah, Tony, maybe seems like our defense has a little better step about them than maybe this offense has done got that defense fired up.
Well, that's where they were having the success, was over there on Bradley Gwynn and Kyle Farrell's side. But a good job there holding Sterlington to only a gain of a yard. That's going to bring them to about the 7-yard line. Bring up 2nd down, 9 yards to go. What you'd like to force this Sterlington team to face is 3rd and long yardage. Jacob Ashley looking to pass again to number 83. Ricky, we said earlier we'd see that play again, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to see it again because 83 for Sterlington, that's John Darmstadter. He's been open both times.
We have not covered him yet, Tony, just like you're saying.
And if Jacob Ashley connects on that play, Ricky, you know, that ball's going for a touchdown. He's been open both times.
We got chance.
We've got an injury for number 50 for the Tigers. Looks like Brandon Moody. I referred to him as Jeff Moody at the beginning of the ball game. I'm sure his brother don't mind that, but Brandon's receiving some medical attention on the sideline. Of course, he's not in right now. But once again, that's number 83. That's enough for a first down. There's pretty good coverage there, Ricky, but if our defender had got his head turned around, that could have very possibly have been intercepted.
Well, we should have had some pressure on the quarterback as long as he stood back there, and he wasn't very deep. He just right behind the line of scrimmage, and we should have had some pressure on him.
Right, should have been some pressure, but again, if the defensive back had turned his head around, that ball could have very easily been intercepted. But the Panthers now have a 1st and 10. The ball is going to be spotted at their own 40-yard line with only 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half of play. That's number 33. That's Fernando Hurtado. He's not going to be caught. There's no flags on the play. So that is a 60-yard run for the Sterlington Panthers. And I would dare to say, Ricky Allen, that if you were to average Sterlington's offensive plays, on average, they're probably averaging, I dare say, 30, 35 yards a carry right now.
Well, we blitzed inside on that and just got caught up in it. He went right off that right tackle, Tony.
Well, if we expect to trade touchdowns like this for Sterlington, it's going to be a long night for the Tigers. Doug Nielsen on to attempt the point after. It's up, and it looks good. And it is, and with 6 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the first half of play, the score is now Sterlington 27, Oak Grove 14. And we'll be back right after these messages.
Compassionate, caring, professional, personal, exceptional service. Cox Funeral Homes, serving Oak Grove, Delhi, Lake Providence, and Bastrop, Louisiana. Cox Funeral Homes, our family serving yours.
Papa, my car won't crank.
Phil Helmer of Felmer's Automotive Clinic in Oak Grove and his granddaughter Mackenzie are enthusiastic supporters of Oak Grove Tiger football. If your vehicle needs help getting to those Tiger games, come by Felmer's 12-bay clinic for the best service around. An ASA member, Felmer's accesses Mitchell On Demand, a continuously updated repair and diagnostic system for all domestic and foreign vehicles. Felmer's has several qualified mechanics, including 2 full-time ASE Master Certified Technicians.
Papa, the inspection sticker.
For vehicle repair, maintenance, or Louisiana State inspection, Felmer's has what it takes to get you safely on the road year-round. Felmer's also services East and West Carroll Parish school buses. You and your vehicle will be serviced with honesty and integrity by Felmer's Automotive Clinic, 400 South Constitution Street, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and closed Saturday and Sunday.
Daddy, Papa, I'm getting Papa. Daddy, Tigers!
Where Doug Nielsen is going to kick off, it looks like, to either Montellis Craft or number 88 for the Tigers. That's, I think, number 88 for Oak Grove is Kyle Farrell. We need to get a fair catch here called, or we're going to have a turnover here pretty soon. There it is. And looks like number 31, Guy Smith, has got the ball. He's going to be stopped near the Oak Grove 25-yard line. The thing that kick does, Ricky, is not only does it allow your defense time to come downfield, but it doesn't give the offensive player any room to pick up a head of steam.
Yeah, it's a good strategy in the kicking game. It really is.
Really is. You know, we've got 6 minutes and 5 seconds left. Plenty of time for the Tigers to get back on the board. And I really believe, Ricky, the Tigers need to put another score on the board before halftime because Sterlington's going to have the ball at the, going to receive the ball to start the second half.
Right.
That was just a good job by the quarterback, Tristan Rogers, Ricky.
And Haney also, Tony, Tristan did a wonderful job getting rid of the football in the grasp of one of the defensive players, and Haney went up between two guys and just took the ball. Quite a colorful young man. If you happen to get a chance to meet Justin Haney, he's quite a colorful young man.
He sure is, and like I say, those big hands, he was double covered but came down with the ball to bring up second down in the yard to go with 5 minutes, 25 seconds remaining before half. Tristan Rogers is going to take the snap with motion in backfield. The backfield given to Drew Sullivan. They're really stopping the middle up right there, Ricky, and that's just a good job by their linebackers.
Yeah.
But that's enough for a Tiger first down.
That made possible by Tristan and Haney getting together on just a remarkable play on both ends that play before.
Tigers now have the ball at the 35-yard line with only 5 minutes, 5 seconds remaining before half. 1st and 10 Tigers. Sean Show's lined up wide left with Montellis Kraft out to the right. Correction, that's Justin Haney out to the right. That pass was intended for number 31, Guy Smith. That was close to being another lateral, but it'll bring up second down now for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's Tristan just rushing that just a little bit. I believe the play was open. If he could have hit Guy, would have had some good running room on that.
Well, the good thing is the clock stops now with 4 minutes, 51 seconds remaining before half. The Tigers now face a second down, 10 yards to go from their own 35-yard line. Sean Shaw split wide left, Justin Haney wide right. Montellis Kraft in the backfield with Drew Sullivan. The penalty before the snap. It's going to be a false start against the Tigers. We'll back them up 5 yards. We'll bring up second down, 15 yards to go. Ball's going to be spotted near the Oak Grove, looks like at the Oak Grove probably 30-yard line, 2nd and 15.
Yeah, we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot, Tony. Looks like we just can't all get together.
I think Sterlington's only been penalized 1 time, and that was on that punt return. Well, actually maybe 2 times, but the Tigers have really suffered some penalties here in the first half. And that's not what you need. We need to be moving toward their end zone, but right now we're moving back toward our own. And I'm going to tell you something, Ricky, with only 4 minutes, 50 seconds left with second down facing the Tigers, if we end up having to punt this ball, we could be in more trouble before this half is over.
Yeah. Offense really needs to step it up. They stepped it up the last time. We need another effort out of them like we got the last series.
Second down, 15 for the Tigers. Tristan Rogers back to pass. He's got time. He's going to keep the ball. He's going to pick up maybe a couple of yards.
Just couldn't find anybody he wanted to throw to, and got some pressure on him, and he took it down and ran it. Probably a smart thing to do.
He made a good move in the backfield when he was under pressure. He faked out the defensive lineman, but then like you say, when he came around the left side, nobody was open, so he just made the wise decision, tucked the ball and ran it. Last thing we need is an interception down here on our end of the field. It's only 4 minutes left before half. The Tigers now face a third down, 12 yards to go. We got Justin Haney wide right, Sean Show's wide left. Montellis Kraft in motion to the right. It's a pass over there to Kraft. He's going to be wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. Tell you what, that play has just taken a little too long to develop.
Yeah, they've picked up on the motion thing, and there was 2 guys sitting out there waiting on him when he come around that end. They figured whatever was in motion, there was something happening there. Whoever the ball was going to, whoever was in motion. So we might be giving that away a little too early.
Right, it was a real good pass, but probably could have been thrown with a little more zip on it to give Kraft more time to make a move out in the flat. But now we've got Justin Haney on with 4th and 13 on the punt. We need a good snap here and a good punt. And it is blocked. That's not what we needed. Well, when it rains, it pours, Ricky. That's not what we needed. That's what we talked about just earlier with about 4 minutes to go in the game. The last thing we needed is to give them the ball back on our end of the field.
We just we don't look focused, Tony. That's all I can say about our team. We're just not focused.
Well, this isn't good. I mean, Sterlington only needs about 3 seconds to get in the end zone the way they're running the football, but they've got 3 minutes and 4 seconds before half. if we ever needed a defensive stand, it's right here, because if you go down 3 touchdowns at half with them getting the ball to start the second half, you're in a bind.
Yeah, we're in a bind for sure.
Hand off to Fernando Hurtado. He's just going to carry Tigers for about 3 or 4 yards.
Stevens on the stop, along with...
he picks up about 3 yards. We'll bring up second down, 7 yards to go. Clock moving with 2 minutes, 45 seconds before half. You know, I think Mark Davis has only touched the ball a couple of times. Hurtado has been the workhorse so far in the first half of the Panthers.
Well, what time Davis has touched it, he's been productive.
He sure has. Second down, 7 yards to go. Ashley brings the Panthers to the line of scrimmage. He's going to pass. He's looking for 22. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. That's not what they needed, Ricky, because as good a foot as Doug Nielsen has got, even if they don't score the touchdown, if they get the field goal, that can make up for that missed extra point earlier.
Tony Keefe got blocked onto the ground and got up off the ground and sacked the quarterback. Good play on Keith Moffitt's part.
Like I'd said, you know, even a field goal right here puts you up 3 scores, so that's not what they needed. From right here, you're looking at a 37-yard field goal attempt, and in high school, that's pretty significant. We've only got 1 minute and 50 seconds left, but I'm sure, well, let me take that back. I'm not sure. It looks like that Sterlington doesn't have any timeouts left on the board. I'm not sure if that's correct. Apparently, they did have some left, and that's not their last timeout because the umpire didn't signal that that was their last timeout. But with that timeout, we'll be back right after these messages.
Deli Mart Complex Oak Grove is your convenient quick stop for gas, groceries, and more. Try out our new buffet-style pizza, made hot on the spot. Delicious, and it goes fast. There's room for you to dine in and chat with friends as you feast from our world-famous Cock of the Walk menu. Or with carryouts, remember Deli Mart is home of the hits, with videos for everyone. Deli Mart is also equipped to meet your storage needs. And when you're going out Highway 17 through Kilbourne, Deli Mart 2 is at your service. You know the ropes. Plus, wash your vehicle in Kilbourne Deli Mart's 3-bay self-service car wash. Drive around for the interior vacuum for that professional clean. Easy, convenient, and customer-friendly, that's Deli Mart Complex, 707 East Main Street in Oak Grove, and Deli Mart Grocery, Highway 17 in Kilbourne. See you there.
You know, to a field goal here, that'll be better than 4.
Sterlington has a third down and about yards to go from the Oak Grove 20-yard line. Quick 3, Ronnie Lowry. He's looking for number 29, Michael Dizer. Little trick home for a touchdown.
Nobody in the
Well, you knew Oak Grove was going to really be geared up here on a big second down play and long. But the Tigers now are down 3 touchdowns, and I've only got 1 minute and 35 seconds. Nielsen on to attempt the point after, and the extra point is blocked. But only 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the half of play with a score. Sterling, Oak Grove, 4. And we'll be back right after these messages.
Papa, my car won't crank.
Phil Helmer of Felmer's Automotive Clinic in Oak Grove and his granddaughter Mackenzie are enthusiastic supporters of Oak Grove Tiger football. If your vehicle needs help getting to those Tiger games, come by Felmer's 12-bay clinic for the best service around. An ASA member, Felmer's accesses Mitchell On Demand, a continuously updated repair and diagnostic system for all domestic and foreign vehicles. Felmer's has several qualified mechanics, including 2 full-time ASE Master Certified Technicians.
Papa, the inspection sticker.
For vehicle repair, maintenance, or Louisiana State inspection, Felmer's has what it takes to get you safely on the road year-round. Felmer's also services East and West Carroll Parish school buses. You and your vehicle will be serviced with honesty and integrity by Felmer's Automotive Clinic, 400 South Constitution Street, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and closed Saturday and Sunday.
Bye, Papa. I'm going to see you again.
the Panthers lead the Tigers 33-14. Doug Neal kicking off for Sterlington. Tell you, Ricky, you know, I don't have any doubt that this Tiger offense can come back, but the defense is going to have to step up and slow these Panthers down.
They sure are, Tony.
Number 3 on the return for the Tigers. Going to take over their own 33-yard line with only 1:30 seconds left before half.
We have on the board. We just need to not make any mental mistakes.
And we really need to, and I know that's a lot against this Sterlington defense, but it would sure be nice right now before half to try to draw that closer, because right now, what's a 19, the Tigers really need something halftime on a high note. Tristan Rogers is going to Justin Haney pass. That won't be as a fumble, but that'll be yards to go with a second down, 10 yards to go at their own 33-yard. Tristan Rogers back to pass, looking for Montellis Kraft. Chances. There he is, Montellis Kraft.
Montellis just going up and over the guy and pulling the ball down. Montellis will part.
Okay, Tigers will line up quickly. Sterlington 30-yard line. If it's me, Ricky Allen, I'm throwing back to Montellis Kraft.
Might be a good place to go.
Tigers are actually going to stop. It's going to be a back.
Compassionate, caring, professional, personal, exceptional service. Cox Funeral Homes, serving Oak Grove, Delhi, Lake Providence, and Bastrop, Louisiana. Cox Funeral Homes, our family serving yours.
Face a third down, and we'll call it 13 yards to go with only 1:02 remaining before half. Tristan Rogers is going to hand off to Guy Smith. That's going to bring up a fourth down for the Tigers. I figure what's going to happen here on fourth down, Ricky, is we're going to be throwing the ball and probably be looking for Montellis Kraft on the right side. That's what we're doing. There's the pass. Complete to Montellis Kraft, but I don't know if he's got the first down. Looks like he's going to be close. Clock is going to be stopped, so they think that he's going to be close.
Need to get up on the ball. It's first down.
I'll tell you something, Ricky. We've only got 35 seconds left in this first half. If we get in a situation where I would throw the ball in the end zone a couple of times. If not, a field goal could really help you here. And I'll tell you why, because we're down 33-14. You're down 19 points. You get 3 points, you're down 16, which is 2 scores. But I'm taking my chances and throwing the ball in the end zone a couple of times and giving Montellis Kraft an opportunity to jump up with those big hands and come down with a score.
Yeah, we done got down too far. We need to put the ball in the end zone and come up with
the Tigers are now going to face a second down and 10 yards to go. Stop the clock on the incomplete pass. Only 12 seconds on the play clock at the Sterlington 20-yard line. 2nd and 10 Tigers. Once again, Montellis Kraft lined up wide right. Tristan Rogers, you know, I don't know if we've got any timeouts left. Looks like we do. If Rogers had gotten beyond the line of scrimmage, that could have been a big gain right there, but he got held up right at the line of scrimmage. And I'll tell you what, with that timeout, Ricky, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Deli Mart Complex Oak Grove is your convenient quick stop for gas, groceries, and more. Try out our new buffet-style pizza, made hot on the spot. Delicious, and it goes fast. There's room for you to dine in and chat with friends as you feast from our world-famous Cock-of-the-Walk menu. Or with carryouts, remember Deli Mart is home of the hits, with videos for everyone. Deli Mart is also equipped to meet your storage needs. And when you're going out Highway 17 through Kilbourne, Deli Mart 2 is at your service. You know the ropes. Plus, wash your vehicle in Kilbourne Deli Mart's 3-bay self-service car wash. Drive around for the interior vacuum for that professional clean. Easy, convenient, and customer-friendly, that's Deli Mart Complex, 707 East Main Street in Oak Grove, and Deli Mart Grocery, Highway 17 in Kilbourne. See you there.
The Tigers face a third down, 10 yards to go with only 21 seconds remaining before half. A score right here would do a lot of good for the Tigers, Ricky.
Yeah,
Tristan Rogers looking to pass. Pass is going to be incomplete. Attempted out there probably to Montilus.
It was, Roy, and Montilus was looking for a pass interference call, but he didn't get it.
It's going to bring up 4th down, which would probably be the last play anyway. You know, that's a difficult pass to make because it has to be thrown with such velocity. Again, we've been real successful just throwing it up and letting Montilus jump up for it, and that's what I'd do right here. 4th down for the Tigers. Tristan Rogers back to throw. He's throwing to Sean Showles, and looked like it may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, but nevertheless, it's 11 seconds remaining before half, and Sterlington's still up 19 points.
I thought we might try Haney over the middle right there, but we didn't.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're not out of it yet, Ricky, because with these two players in the backfield for Sterlington, they could run 100 yards in 10 seconds. And,
yeah,
and I say that, you know, not with any disrespect to this Tiger defense, but Sterlington right now is averaging about 30 yards a carry. And so the Tigers need to be very careful right here.
I think they're going down it. Yeah.
So Jacob Ashley takes a knee. I think that's the only negative yardage play Sterlington's had in this half. But anyway, with the end of the half, we've got Sterlington 33, Oak Grove 14. Any parting words before we go to halftime, Ricky?
No, nothing. That I hope we see a different Tiger ball club in the second half.
Certainly do. And once again, at halftime, your score is the Sterlington Panthers 33, Oak Grove 14. We'll be back right after half.
When I grow up, I want to be an Oak Grove Tiger. I'm going to run like a guy.
Guy Smith, still on his feet, still on his feet, still on his feet.
I'm going to hit like Nick.
It's fumbled. Oh, and Lee Lewis, Murphy is hit hard.
I'm going to tackle like Jonathan.
Murphy has the ball, Crow has Murphy. But
Do you think so let me be the one who prays at the end of the game? That'd be neat.
Back at Sterlington High School in Sterlington, Louisiana, with Ricky Allen getting ready to start the second half. The Tigers trail the Sterlington Panthers 33-14. Justin Haney kicking off for the Tigers. Ball is going to be fielded by number 22, it looks like, for the Panthers. He's running east to west. He's going to be met by number 50, looks like, Brandon Moody.
Yeah, Brandon and Kobe Stevens and one more. I didn't get his number, Tony. We really need to come out and show to be a different ball club the second half.
Certainly need to have a different attitude, Ricky. We weren't tackling. We let some players get behind us, and the secondary weren't meeting the dynamic duo of Hurtado and Davis at the line of scrimmage. They were picking up 3 and 4 or 5 yards at will, and then would break one for 60 yards. Defense has to step up the second half. Jacob Ashley bringing them to the line of scrimmage. They're going to pick up where they left off, Ricky, with number 35, Mark Davis.
Well, just what we was talking about, our defense needs to step up and shut them down. And what do they do first carry? Mark Davis runs it for.
Started from the 30. So about almost 60 yards.
Yeah.
Ricky, if we're not careful, Sterlington could have 500 or 600 yards rushing tonight, which is not what the Tigers are accustomed to doing defensively.
And it's nothing fancy, Tony, just Basic football.
Yep. Right now the Tigers need a turnover or something right here with Ashley at the line of scrimmage. Of course, you see, Ricky, they're running behind big number 77 for Sterlington. That's Josh Evans, a big all-state offensive lineman.
Kyle Farrell on that tackle, coming from his end position.
Gain of
they have some good-looking athletes out there, Tony. Those guys aren't just big; they look like they're good athletes.
Right, you look out there and see that big number 77. He's an all-state senior offensive lineman, and they're running behind him and running well. That was a gain of 3 yards. Will bring up second down, 3 yards to go. Ball is at the second down, 7 yards to go. Ball's at the Oak Grove 10-yard line. Ashley looking to pass. He throws out there in the flat to 29. That's to Michael Dizer. That'll bring up third down.
Yeah, he was open, just never could get a handle on the ball.
And had he caught it, it'd have been difficult to stop him. You know, you hate to say this, Ricky, and certainly I know these kids are playing their hearts out, but our defense right now is really pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, we're just not able to cover whatever they throw at us.
It looks like Sterlington's just running what they've run all year, just a basic smash mouth, try to stop us if you can type offense. But these Tigers won't give up, and they're playing hard. Quick snap, run the option to 33, Hurtado. Nobody's going to stop him. Again, Ricky.
They should have called motion on the line right there, Tony. I can't believe they let them away with that. 77 never got set and was in the backfield, too. But they didn't call it.
Well, again, Ricky, this is what they've done all year. Nothing fancy. They just line up, run the option, force you to try to stop them, and, of course, we've not done that yet. Of course, we aren't privy to the statistics at the half, but I would bet that Sterlington probably has 250, 300 yards rushing at the half.
Yeah.
They're going to line up for the two-point conversion attempt to make this a 41-14 ball game. There's a fumble in the backfield, so that extra point's not going to be any good, but that's going to make the score with 10 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Going to be Sterlington 39, Oak Grove 14. And we'll be back right after these messages.
Papa, my car won't crank.
Phil Helmer of Felmer's Automotive Clinic in Oak Grove and his granddaughter Mackenzie are enthusiastic supporters of Oak Grove Tiger football. If your vehicle needs help getting to those Tiger games, come by Felmer's 12-bay clinic for the best service around. An ASA member, Felmer's accesses Mitchell On Demand, a continuously updated repair and diagnostic system for all domestic and foreign vehicles. Felmer's has several qualified mechanics, including 2 full-time ASE Master Certified Technicians.
Papa, the inspection sticker.
For vehicle repair, maintenance, or Louisiana State inspection, Felmer's has what it takes to get you safely on the road year-round. Felmer's also services East and West Carroll Parish school buses. You and your vehicle will be serviced with honesty and integrity by Felmer's Automotive Clinic, 400 South Constitution Street, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and closed Saturday and Sunday.
Bye, Papa. I'm going to see you, Papa. Go, Tigers! When I grow up, I want to be an Oak Grove Tiger. I'm going to run like a guy.
Guy Smith still on his feet, still on his feet, still on his feet.
I'm going to hit like Nick.
It's fumbled. Oh, and Murphy is hit hard.
I'm going to tackle like Jonathan.
Murphy has the ball. Crow has Murphy. But
Do you think they'll let me be the one who prays at the end of the game? That'll be neat.
Ten minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. The score, Sterlington Panthers 39, the Oak Grove Tigers 14. Doug Nielsen kicking off for Sterlington. Once again, a high kick, giving that defense time to get down. The ball is going to be taken by Guy Smith, number 31. He's got running room. If he gets in the open field, they won't catch him. He's got legitimate 4.5 speed.
Good return by Guy. He fumbled the ball and kind of swung it off that middle. Instead of going up that sideline, he come into the middle of the field and found some running room, Tony.
We said this earlier, Ricky. We can't afford to trade touchdowns with Sterlington because, again, they're averaging probably 30 yards a carry or more. I dare say probably 40 yards a carry right now. And we need to score fast because all this touchdown, if we score, is going to do is get us back to where we were at half.
Yeah.
Tristan Rogers with the handoff to number 9, Drew Sullivan. He's going to pick up minimal yardage.
Drew running hard off that right side.
We're getting 3 yards on the play, bring up 2nd and 7.
It's just like you're saying, if we can't trade touchdowns with them. We're too far behind. We have got to make a stand somewhere and take the ball away and stop them from scoring and try to get back to scoring ahead of them, you know.
Right, you're 25 points down right now. Yeah, that's 3 touchdowns, or 4 touchdowns actually. So the Tigers are going to have to score and score quickly. Rogers keeping the ball, giving it to Guy Smith. He's not getting any kind of blocking around the left side. That's going to bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
Well, we needed a block there we didn't get, and Guy getting the pitch out of that motion. We thought maybe at halftime they might come out of that, and because Sterlington's starting to defend that now and key on it.
Tigers going to now face, we'll give them a yard on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Ball is spotted just shy of the 45-yard line. Tigers still in that unusual offensive set. Motion by Kraft. That's Drew Sullivan's going to pick up a 1st down for the Tigers. Clock will stop. I mean, you hate to say that, Ricky, that you have to be looking at the clock, but when you're 4 touchdowns behind, you've got to be looking at the clock. I mean, 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter play, the way Sterlington's scoring, you got to score quickly.
Yeah, I think the thing Vic's hoping for right now is just keep the ball out of Sterlington's hands. So,
well, like I say, you know, we've got not only got to score, but the defense is going to have to step up, something that we've not been able to do tonight. Sterlington, an interesting statistic right now, Sterlington has yet to punt tonight, and that's going to have to change. That was either a draw or a shuttle pass. A shuttle pass attempt to Guy Smith.
Nothing there.
Well, that was not a shuttle pass, because if it was, that's an incomplete pass, so that was a draw play.
He caught the ball.
Did he catch it?
Yeah,
okay, so he was met in the backfield, and I thought the ball was on the ground. So a passing play for the Tigers at nets -4 yards. We'll bring up 2nd and 14. Ball at midfield for the Tigers. Tristan Rogers looking to pass, throwing for Montellis Kraft. He catches that ball, he scores, but ball went through his arms. We'll bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
I was holding my breath. It looked like the Sterlington, the defender, was going to pick it off before Montellis got to it.
If he catches that ball, he walks in the end zone, and that's what we need right now. Very quick passes. We're almost 4 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter, and you're down 4 touchdowns. Bring up 3rd down about, we'll say a long 13 to go from midfield for the Tigers. Tigers need a 1st down here. There's a penalty marker. There should actually be 2 penalty markers, but of course they're not going to call it. After the flag was thrown, we had a defensive lineman take the quarterback, drive him into the ground, but of course they didn't throw the flag, so they're going to let them get away with that. You got to consider the safety of these kids, and of course the umpire who wears the white hat, that's his only responsibility in the ball game, is to guard the quarterback. And when you allow a defensive lineman to take your quarterback after the play has been whistled dead and drive him into the ground, you've got to wonder what's going on out there. Now, if he had just pushed the quarterback, that's one thing, but when you pick him up off his feet and drive him into the ground, that's a whole different thing. So the umpire right there made a huge error. And of course that would have given us a 1st down, but they didn't make the call.
Yeah.
Guy Smith on the carry, going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers. Should be 1st down on the missed call by the umpire. And you hate to talk about that, but again, when a quarterback is exposed like that, you can't allow them to be driven into the ground, and that's what the umpire did. So I'm not sure what's going on in his mind, but when you put the safety of a kid at risk like the umpire did, you got to wonder what he's thinking. Tigers face a 4th down and 7 yards to go. Pass out in the flat to Montellis Craft. He's going to be close. Looks like he's going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to be close, but it looks like he's going to be short of the 1st down.
Yeah, Montellis looked just wasn't running hard. He looked like he slowed up when the guy was going to hit him.
So Sterlington's going to take over with 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. And they've got the ball in real good field position. We'll call it at the Sterlington 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Panthers.
Sterlington pretty well just having their way with us, Tony.
They really are, Riggy. And, you know, this team is ranked, I think, number 2 in the state right now, and they're showing why they are. They've virtually been error-free on offense. And here they go again. You've got Mark Davis picking up another 30 yards. So we won't give him 30, but we'll give him about 20 yards on the carry.
Yeah.
The big roar from the crowd over there is that Mark Davis lowered his shoulder and put a boom on our defensive back. He'll pick up a 1st down. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the Oak Grove 45-yard line.
Not much you can say about it. They just run over us.
He picked up 15 on the play. Again, Mark Davis is averaging about 40 yards a carry right now. And has only touched it probably 5 or 6 times in the ball game. Hand off to Hurtado this time. He's going to be stopped for good yardage, but probably the shortest gain he's had all night of about 4 or 5 yards.
Everything's positive for them, though, Tony. We hadn't shut them down at the line of scrimmage like we need to.
I think the only negative yardage that they've had in this ball game is when Jacob Ashley took a knee at halftime. Pretty much just controlled the line of scrimmage. And again, these kids for Oak Grove are playing their hearts out and doing everything they can do, but we just don't have an answer for that offense from Sterlington. Bring up 2nd down, about 5 yards to go from the Oak Grove 41. We called that play, Ricky, about 2 or 3 times earlier in the ball game that they would come back to it. And, of course, they did because 83 has been open all night long. It was just a matter of time before they scored.
We're not even in the coverage route with that guy. It's not that we couldn't cover him. Tony, we have yet to be in the coverage route with him and see him way out there and try to catch up to him. And you said it. I mean, we hadn't covered him the whole night, and they've just missed him twice prior to this one.
On to attempt the point after, Doug Nielsen. That's 5 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of play, and the score is Sterlington 45, Oak Grove 14. And we'll be back right after these messages.
Compassionate, caring, professional, personal, exceptional service. Cox Funeral Homes, serving Oak Grove, Delhi, Lake Providence, and Bastrop, Louisiana. Cox Funeral Homes, our family serving yours.
Deli Mart Complex Oak Grove is your convenient quick stop for gas, groceries, and more. Try out our new buffet-style pizza, made hot on the spot. Delicious, and it goes fast. There's room for you to dine in and chat with friends as you feast from our world-famous Cock of the Walk menu. Or with carryouts, remember Deli Mart is home of the hits, with videos for everyone. Deli Mart is also equipped to meet your storage needs. And when you're going out Highway 17 through Kilbourne, Deli Mart 2 is at your service. You know the ropes. Plus, wash your vehicle in Kilbourne Deli Mart's 3-bay self-service car wash. Drive around for the interior vacuum for that professional clean. Easy, convenient, and customer-friendly, that's Deli Mart Complex, 707 East Main Street in Oak Grove, and Deli Mart Grocery, Highway 17 in Kilbourne. See you there.
Sterlington, Louisiana, with 5 minutes 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play, and the score is Sterlington 45, Oak Grove 14, with Doug Nielsen once again kicking off for Sterlington. Number 31, Guy Smith, is going to return for the Tigers. He's going to be brought down there by number 22 for Sterlington. That's Ryan Hammock, who's only a junior. I'll tell you what, Ricky, the most disturbing thing about this ball game, and this ball game pretty much is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
But the scary thing is that this entire Sterlington backfield, to include the quarterback, is going to be back next year.
Yeah.
The quarterback is just a 10th grader, and of course,
well, they got to
Hurtado and Davis.
Those, big linemen have got to be leaving.
Hurtado and Davis are both juniors. Pass intended for number 1, Montellis Kraft. The ball falls incomplete.
Montellis just not moving on that. I think Scoop led him right, and Montellis just not moving. He's got to be in motion and stay going forward, and he just act like he didn't want the ball.
The ball's at the Oak Grove 33-yard line where the Tigers face a second down, 10 yards to go with 5 minutes 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. 45-14 the score, Sterlington leading. Tristan Rogers bringing the Tigers to the line of scrimmage. Rogers looking to pass again to Kraft. Kraft's going to pick up about 2 yards. Going to bring up third down.
Same play he ran the other time. Got one Panther slow to get up.
And that's the only thing that's slowed these Panthers down. Looks like he probably got hit by one of his own men. And with that injury timeout, we'll take these messages from our sponsors.
Papa, my car won't crank.
Phil Helmer of Felmer's Automotive Clinic in Oak Grove and his granddaughter Mackenzie are enthusiastic supporters of Oak Grove Tiger football. If your vehicle needs help getting to those Tiger games, come by Felmer's 12-bay clinic for the best service around. An ASA member, Felmer's accesses Mitchell On Demand, a continuously updated repair and diagnostic system for all domestic and foreign vehicles. Felmer's has several qualified mechanics, including 2 full-time ASE Master Certified Technicians.
Papa, the inspection sticker.
For vehicle repair, maintenance, or Louisiana State inspection, Felmer's has what it takes to get you safely on the road year-round. Felmer's also services East and West Carroll Parish school buses. You and your vehicle will be serviced with honesty and integrity by Felmer's Automotive Clinic, 400 South Constitution Street, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and closed Saturday and Sunday.
There's 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Sterlington 45, Oak Grove 14. Tigers have a third down, 8 yards to go from their own 35-yard line. Handoff to Drew Sullivan. He's going to be, looks like, short of a first down. You know, I'm not sure. I think at this point you probably have to punt, Ricky, because, again, it's a foregone conclusion as far as the outcome of this ball game. And if you give Sterlington a first down inside Oak Grove's 45.
It's close to a first down.
Well, if they're short, I'm punting. I just don't want to give Sterlington the ball back this close to the end zone because, again, you're down 5 touchdowns, and you haven't stopped Sterlington all night. There's no reason to believe that you'll stop them. Looks like we're going to be just short of the first down, just inches. That close, I'll go for it. I'll give the ball to Drew Sullivan. I doubt they could stop him. Drew's a workhorse back there, and I think we can count on Drew for that much.
Yeah, we got to go for it, and it's being that close, Tony. If it was 2 or 3 yards, I'm like you, I'd punt it.
Again, once again, we're back in that odd offensive set with no tailback. If I know Coach Dalrymple, he'll probably just do a quarterback sneak behind Brandon Moody. No, we're going to keep the ball, and he's going to, if they give him the forward progress, which they do, looks like he's going to have the first down. It's a dangerous play. Of course, Drew Sullivan, I mean, as soon as he was at the line of scrimmage, he was met. We had very little blocking, if any, on the offensive line, because as soon as the ball touched Drew, he was hit. He may be close enough again for another measurement, but if he got any forward progress at all, it would be a first down. They're going to take another official timeout in order to measure.
I think the official thinks it's a first down, Tony, but he's satisfying Sterlington.
Well, it wouldn't take much to satisfy Sterlington. I think just looking at the scoreboard's enough to satisfy them. But they're going to measure it anyway. Looks like the Tigers have a first down by half of a football.
Yeah.
Probably a poor spot there because Tristan Rogers obviously got forward progress, and he only needed about 6 inches anyway. Nevertheless, the Tigers have a 1st and 10. Ball is going to be spotted at their own 43-yard line. 4 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Your score, Sterlington 45, Oak Grove 14. Rogers with the handoff to Drew Sullivan. He's going to fight his way for about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah. Drew being tackled by 60. Zach Kinley making a stop on Drew. Pretty good yardage up the middle that time.
We'll give him 4 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball is now spotted at the Oak Grove 47-yard line. 2nd down Tigers with 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Rogers looking to pass. He's got time. He's looking long for Montellis Kraft. I like our chances. There's Kraft. It hadn't been stopped all night long tonight, and I really thought that's the play we should have run right before half because Montellis Kraft has not been stopped on that jump pass all night long, Ricky.
Yeah, when he goes up to the ball, he's just about going to bring it down.
Well, we probably will have more passing yards tonight than Sterlington, but they'll probably have 500 or 600 yards rushing tonight. Tigers have the ball, 1st and 10 at the Sterlington 20-yard line. Again, as we talked at halftime, really doesn't matter what we do offensively until we can stop Sterlington. These points we score really don't mean much. Hand off to Drew Sullivan again up the middle. He's going to pick up short yardage.
Yeah, Drew fighting hard in that middle, just not having much room to go.
We'll give him 3 yards on the carry. He'll bring up 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Ball's going to be spotted just shy of the Sterlington 15-yard line. We'll call it the 16. 2nd and 7 Tigers. Montellis Kraft will split wide right with Sean Showell, split wide left. Guy Smith at the flanker position. Drew Sullivan lined up at fullback. Going to be a quick slant pass intended for Sean Showell. Going to be blocked at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, trying to hit Showers on that. Looked like he was going to run a post or just a turning route there, and never got the ball there.
Tigers will now face a 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Once again, ball spotted near the Sterlington 16-yard line. Tigers playing their hearts out. Just things aren't going their way tonight. But keep in mind, they're playing a very talented Sterlington ball club, ranked in the top 5 in Class A in the state of Louisiana. Looks like it's going to be another little shuffle pass to number 10, Justin Haney. Going to bring up 4th down for Oak Grove.
Yeah, just Sterlington just laying their ears back and coming at everything we throw at them right now.
And, you know, really, when you stop and think about it, with only 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Ricky, with only 14 points on the board, this new offensive scheme has really not worked. I really like our chances running our base offense, but, you know, certainly Coach Dalrymple saw something that he thought that he could exploit, and so I'll go with Coach Dalrymple's wisdom any day. Tristan Rogers on 4th down looking to pass. He's got pressure. There's a penalty marker on the play. Going to be holding the call against the Tigers. Kind of interesting, or I'm sorry, that's a personal foul.
Yeah, they hit Tristan pretty good on that.
Actually, that's going to be a personal foul against Sterlington. which is a good thing that he called it, because he didn't call it a while ago and he should have. I didn't see what happened. It may have been a late hit or something against
the same guy that body slammed him early come on through and hit him and knocked him about 5 yards, 10 yards backwards. And the ref seen it and called it.
Well, that first one, and I hate to harp on it, Ricky, but that first one was so obvious that maybe one of the other referees came and told the umpire, you know, you can't miss something like that because you could put a kid's safety in jeopardy. But anyway, he called it that time, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Tigers have a 1st and goal inside the 5. Rogers is going to keep it. He's going to fight his way. Looks like maybe a fumble. Actually, it's not been called yet by the official. They're just marking the play, but apparently the official's not sure what's going on because they've not actually made the call yet. I think the Tigers know and the Panthers know what's going on, but the referee is still standing there, not making a call.
That's typical of our night right there.
I'm still surprised that the officials have not made an official call yet. They're just standing out there. But
well, I think the one that marked the ball motioned it whenever they had us blocked there, Tony. And
must have been what it was. Nevertheless, the Tigers have turned the ball over once again. Sterlington has the ball inside the Tiger, inside their own 5-yard line. There goes Mark Davis again. He'll pick up. Looks like he'll pick up about 55 yards on the carry.
Well, nothing I can say.
You know, I'm not a mathematician, Ricky, but Sterlington could top 700 yards tonight rushing if we're not careful. And keep in mind, we've still got 13.5 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Yeah. I see a lot of the Oak Grove fans starting to leave.
And, you know, I hate to say it, and certainly I'm as big Oak Grove Tiger fan as there is, but if this game gets any more out of hand, they may just run the clock in the second half, and that may be a first time in the history of Oak Grove High School.
Yeah.
That's Fernando Hurtado over the right side, picking up just a couple of yards. There's only a minute left in the 3rd quarter. The score is Sterlington 45, Oak Grove 14.
We hadn't seen a typical Oak Grove ball club tonight.
Tell you one thing that's hurt us tonight, Ricky, and you certainly in single A ball, it's difficult to find depth. But Nick Dooley has not played tonight, and he's a senior leader on that defense. So that has played definitely its role in terms of Oak Grove being able to play as well defensively as we know they're capable of.
Well, we don't know why Nick's not playing. He looks ready, and we just don't know.
Mark Davis on the carry for about 2 yards. Will bring up 3rd down about, well, we'll say a long 5 to go. That's the kind of defense that we're expecting, that we're expected to see from the Tigers. But of course, that's not what we've seen tonight. But I'll tell you, these Tigers aren't going to quit. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, and your score is Sterlington 45, Oak Grove 14. We'll go ahead and take a break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Compassionate, caring, professional, personal, exceptional service. Cox Funeral Homes, serving Oak Grove, Delhi, Lake Providence, and Bastrop, Louisiana. Cox Funeral Homes, our family serving yours.
Score 45, Sterlington, Oak Grove 14, the start of the 4th quarter. 3rd down, 5 yards to go for the Panthers. Jacob Ashley brings them to the line of scrimmage. Option pitch to 35, Mark Davis. He's going to be brought down by number 8, Colby Stevens. Good play there by Colby. Number 8 for the Tigers. He's just a junior, so we'll be seeing a lot of good things from him next year, I'm sure.
Well, Sterlington's going to go for it on 4th down.
Well, they might as well a good thing to be able to say at the end of this ball game. Not only did you beat the defending state champion Oak Grove Tigers, but if you can get through this ball game without punting, that says a lot. And if they pick up a 1st down here, they'll continue that. They'll continue having went through this ball game without having punted. Jacob Ashley. They may try to draw the Tigers offside, but it's 4th down. There you go. That's exactly what they did. They should have it'll be close to a first down because it looks like they have about 5 or a little short, a little longer maybe than 5 to go for the first down. You knew that was coming. I mean, I called it before the play was snapped. The Tiger defensive line should have known that.
They had no intention of hiking the ball.
That's going to bring it close to a first down. They may go ahead and just give it to them without measuring.
Well, Tony, you know, we've gone through this in ball games and not very often, and so we just have to keep our heads up. The Tigers are going to come back. They're a very good ball club, and they're going to come back.
4th down and about a yard to go for Jacob Ashley. He's going to call timeout. I'm not sure why.
But talking, you know,
unless they plan on punting.
They must do. I think they were trying to draw us off, and I don't think they had any intention of snapping that other ball. So, but you know, the Tigers every once in a while, 2 or 3 years, we go through one of these ball games. So we go on and build from this and keep our heads up, and I promise you next week these Tigers will look different.
Right, you know, we're so accustomed, Ricky, to beating teams this badly. It's nothing for us to beat a team this bad or worse. I mean, we've put up 60-plus points on teams before. So, you know, this is something, certainly a learning experience for these Tigers. You know, you like to say these young Tigers are not really all that young. We normally have a senior-laden ball club because of the talent that we have coming up from our junior varsity ranks. But this is certainly a learning experience for the Tigers, and I think we've learned that this is the kind of team that we're going to have to beat in order to compete for a state championship.
Well, you know, I don't know Sterlington actually going for it this time.
Handoff to, looks like Fernando Hurtado. He's going to pick up a first down.
I can't say for sure. I've heard that I've heard rumors that Sterlington is going up to AA next year, so that hadn't been confirmed. But I heard they turned in numbers of 250, which would put them in the AA class.
Well, even if they don't, with this new stadium out here, new school, and with the development and growth of North Monroe, it's just a matter of time before this school moves up to AA. Yeah. Not unlike Ouachita Christian did and St. Frederick did. This school very soon will be AA, and with the continued growth of the North Monroe area, it wouldn't surprise me if this school became a AAA school before the next couple of years.
Well, you know, Tony, this has become a rivalry like the OCS rivalry, and Sterlington in the last, say 8 years has really just started progressing and picking their program up. I can remember at times that we run the clock all the ball game just to get over with Sterlington, and that's not the case anymore. They've come a long ways and built their program to where they're a very fine football team.
That's right. The player shaking up on the play for Sterlington was big number 77 All-State offensive lineman Josh Evans. You hate to see that, especially in light of the fact that, from what I understand, Josh came off an injury last year. He's certainly got a bright future ahead of him if he stays healthy, but he wasn't putting much weight on that knee. You hope it's not a knee injury because this is his senior season. 1st and 10, Sterlington inside the Oak Grove 40-yard line. Handoff to number 35. That's Mark Davis around the left side.
Yeah, one thing. One thing I said going into this ball game, regardless of who wins or loses, I hope all the kids come out of it healthy. And us being banged up as we were more concerned about our kids because of all the injuries we've had.
Bring up 2nd down. We'll call it about 6 yards to go from the Oak Grove 30-yard line. 10 minutes left in this ball game. 45-14 Sterlington. Of course, they're going to let the clock run down. No reason to get in a rush. Ashley's going to take the snap from. So actually, should have been a penalty there, but they've not called that all night long.
That's the same procedure off that right tackle over there that they hadn't called. They didn't call it earlier on the score.
You could understand it if this was junior high football, but in varsity football, those type of penalties are supposed to be called. But I think more than anything, Ricky, probably these referees are probably just ready to see the game. And again, the game was a foregone conclusion. right after the half started. Sterlington scored 2 quick touchdowns to put this game out of reach. It's only 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game. Tigers down 45-14.
Yeah, we didn't starting the half, we didn't know which Tigers would show back up, and like I say, they never come out and shut Sterlington down, so.
That's number 35, Mark Davis, taken down by number 3, Brandon Johnson, and number 15, Bradley Farrell. Looks like Kobe Stevens was there to help, too.
You know, one name we hadn't called hardly tonight is Jonathan Crow, and I don't know if it's because they contain Jonathan or if he's just not fully back yet, you know. Being out of ball game or so, you lose your timing.
Right, he missed one ball game, the Faraday ball game, and we really needed him there. But it's 8 minutes, 20 seconds left in the ball game. Sterlington up 45-14. Bring up 4th down and about 7 yards to go. Ashley back to pass, looking for probably number 83. Yeah, he's been open all night, Ricky, and that's a first down.
Jonathan Crow made a stop on him.
Of course, he'll probably have 80 or 90 yards receiving tonight just by himself, because that play, even when they didn't complete it the first 2 times they threw it early in the game, both you and I said, we'll see that play again and again and again, and certainly we have.
Well, you know, pass coverage has hurt us all year, and these guys didn't spread the field out to do it on us tonight. They just did it out of basic coverage.
And the frustrating thing is Jacob Ashley, who's just a 10th grader, has had no pressure on him all night tonight when he's been passing. Hand off to number 30. Not sure if that's Hurtado or Davis.
I think it was Hurtado.
You know, Ricky, you know, certainly this is a very good Sterlington coaching staff. But I'm going to tell you something right now. They're not showing me anything at all by leaving the likes of Hurtado and Mark Davis in the ballgame. As a matter of fact, we're not sure of the extent of the injury for number 77, Josh Evans, but Josh Evans has no business being in this ball game when they're up 5 touchdowns. But it's a young Sterlington coaching staff, and they're going to learn very quickly that when you're up 5 touchdowns, you don't leave all-state players in the ball game.
Well, 77 is still that young man's on the bench over there. They're still tending to him.
It's number 35, Mark Davis. You see, Ricky, I mean,
they are checking the knee, Tony.
Okay, see, that just shows you that Sterlington's got the coaching staff has got a lot to learn when it comes to playing championship-type football. This Sterlington team has never played for a championship. They don't know what that's all about. Certainly Oak Grove does. But when you've still got your 2 starting running backs who could take you to the state championship game, still in while you're up by 5 touchdowns, then you don't know a whole lot about football.
Yeah, Vic, there's no doubt Vic would have pulled them out by now.
And not for a mercy-type situation. You don't need one of these kids to get hurt.
Right.
And that's what they're risking every time that ball is snapped. So I question Dale Ashley's football knowledge when it comes to keeping Mark Davis and Fernando Hurtado in the ball game.
Number 35, Mark Davis on the carry.
And I don't say that with any animosity. I mean, I think Dale Ashley's a good coach. He's taken Sterlington to 2 straight semifinal ball games. But bottom line is they've not competed for a state championship yet. And he's putting 2 kids' health in jeopardy by keeping these 2 boys in the ball game. And so I question his football knowledge by leaving these 2 kids in the ball game. He's already lost his starting all-state lineman for the rest of the game, and who knows, he may be out for the rest of the season because he was putting no weight on that leg when he walked off the field.
Well, he's still not, Tony. I'm looking at him right now, and he's standing up, but he still can't put any weight on it.
That's number 35, Mark Davis on the carry. Bring up 2nd and goal inside the Oak Grove 5-yard line. Really what it looks like, Ricky, is probably taking place right now is Dale Ashley is trying to run the score up on Oak Grove. If you can put 50 on Oak Grove, you've done a lot, and leaving the likes of Hurtado and Davis in there to run the score up, you know, you'd have to question the character of Dale Ashley because certainly Oak Grove has put it to Sterlington in the past, and we've taken the guys out and taken it easy on them in the second half.
Yeah.
And there's another false start by the right tackle that was not called, which has happened probably 4 or 5 times this evening.
I don't know why they can't see them guys. 77 that's out did it, on a score, and then they're steady doing it over there. I don't understand why they can't call that.
Ball's at about the 2-yard line of Oak Grove. Bring up about 3rd down and goal to go again. Hurtado and Davis still in the ball game. Only 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the ball game, with Hurtado and Davis still in the game. Now the pass complete there to Ronnie Lowry. I think that's the first pass that he's caught tonight, Ricky. And he is an all-district wide receiver, number 3, Ronnie Lowry, on the touchdown reception. You know, probably what this is all about, Ricky, is the years of frustration that Oak Grove has skull-drugged Sterlington. Pretty much had their way with them, and probably a little frustration being taken out on Coach Dalrymple for the years that we've really put it to them.
Yeah.
But again, you know, Oak Grove has had the decency when they've been up as bad as they have been to call the dogs off.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can understand a coach wanting to put some points on the board. I'm not so concerned about that. It's just when your coach puts the health of 2 kids at risk that are going to be the workhorses for you in the playoffs, that shows me Coach Dale Ashley doesn't have very much football knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know what his thinking is. I'm like you. I don't know why he's still got those kids in there. But, you know, if he keeps doing that kind of thing, it'll come back to haunt him.
Right, well, again, like I say, this is a very young Sterlington team as far as their history goes in terms of winning football games. I can remember when I played football, the Sterlington ball game was always a given because they were never competitive. They went through coaches, it seemed like, every other year. And like I say, Sterlington has always been the whipping boy pretty much in football for the history of the school. Last year, they had the biggest win in the history of the school when they beat Oak Grove. So this is new for them, and it's new water and territory for them. So you've got to give these guys a little, give them a little credit. You know, they've played hard tonight. They've worked hard. They put it to Oak Grove. They'll probably average over 30 yards a carry on the ground. Probably have 500 or 600 yards rushing tonight.
Well, Sterlington don't have a thing to be ashamed of, and I'm not sure. Looks like they might have some younger kids in there now. I'm not sure, partially. No, they basically have their same.
No, they have their starting defense in the game. Of course, Oak Grove's going to keep their starting offense in the ball game. 52-14 with 3 minutes 45 seconds left in the ball game. Pitched out there to Guy Smith. He's going to be met for about a 5-yard gain, maybe.
Number 31,
Actually, he's going to get less than that. Maybe a 4-yard gain will bring up 2nd down, about 6 yards to go. Ball's going to be spotted near the Oak Grove 35-yard line.
Well, I think I'd just give him a dose of Drew right now and try to get out of here.
Right, we just need to let the clock keep running. There's only 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the ball game. And Ricky, I want to say this. I don't want anybody to think that I'm being bitter toward Coach Ashley for keeping for running the score up or keeping these kids in the ball game. What I'm saying when I question Coach Ashley's knowledge is that it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out in single A football, if you lose a starting player, you're not going to compete in the playoffs. There's too much parity in high school football, especially in single A. I would dare say that single A football is a stronger class than double A football is. Well, you're not going to beat the Kentwoods and the Southern Labs, the Dunhams and the Port Sulphurs with your starting all-state offensive tackle sitting on the sideline and one of your starting running backs sitting on the sideline. When I say that I question Coach Dale Ashley's football knowledge, he's going to have to learn, and he may learn the hard way, that you can't lose those type players and expect to compete in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, you said it earlier. They don't have. They're not experienced. They got as far in the playoffs last year as they've ever gotten, and hopefully, it don't take long to learn though. You know, when you start turning your program around, you got to start turning your thinking around, and your thinking is when you run these scores up, you get those starters out and let some other kids play. Right,
because that's why Oak Grove's been so successful in the past. We've allowed our junior varsity to play so much in the second half. Tigers have a first down. The ball was spotted at the Sterlington 40-yard line. Drew Sullivan on the carry, number 9. These Tigers, Ricky, I'll tell you this, and I'll even say it for the fans, we've still got a good crowd here tonight. The Tiger fans haven't given up. Certainly these Oak Grove Tigers haven't given up. They've been working hard. They're still hitting the line of scrimmage hard. We've just not been able to solve that Sterlington offensive puzzle.
Well, you know, last year we had problems with our offense, and this year it was the same, and the old turnover bug got us. The old turnover bug got us early.
Rogers wrapped up in the backfield by number 53.
What just happened to Tristan Rogers, you've not seen happen tonight to the 10th grader, Jacob Ashley. Rogers took about a 4-step drop, and before he could get his arm back cocked to throw, he had 2 guys all over him.
Yeah, they've put a lot of pressure on Tristan tonight.
Keep in mind, another player that is missing off that offensive line is senior Matt Rye. Really been tough for the Tigers, but I'll tell you what, the player filling in for the Tigers over there has done a real good job, Ryan Crimes. The Tigers will now be facing a 4th down. There's only 35 seconds remaining in the ball game. The score is 52 Sterlington to 14 Oak Grove.
Well, you know, I can only say this. I hope Sterlington will maintain the level that they're playing at right now and represent our district well. There's no doubt that we're the second best team in the district, and we'll both be in the playoffs, and
right,
probably on the opposite side of the brackets.
This will be the last play of the ball game. And of course, it ends just about the way it started, Ricky, with a turnover.
Yeah.
No protection whatsoever for number 22, the quarterback, Tristan Rogers.
Yeah,
of course, it'll be interesting to see. You know, of course,
I hope we've had a fan make. I've heard comments that Oak Grove had the best offensive line in the district. I hope they watch this one tonight and can change their mind about that.
Well, it'll be interesting.
Anything away from our offensive line, but
it'll be interesting to see what kind of offense we come out with next week. If we're going to stay with this unusual look hybrid offense, Coach Dalrymple out. If we're going to go back to the basic option, I'm not sure. But still, of course, Coach Ashley's got his entire starting offense back in the game. He'll probably take a knee, but it wouldn't surprise me if they ran the play just to run out the clock. And that's the ball game, Ricky. Final score, Oak Grove 14, Sterlington 52. Any final words on how this game transpired?
I just, like everyone at home will see when they see this playback, we ran against a very good ball club tonight, and they're ranked number 3 in the state. I don't think the best Tiger team showed up tonight, but even if they had, it would have been a struggle. So, you know, that's about all I have to say about it, other than Sterlington's not overrated. They're a very good ball club.
They really are. And again, I'm almost cringe to read the paper tomorrow as far as the statistics go. This Sterlington offense probably averaged 25 or 30 yards a carry against this Tiger defense. Pretty much did everything they wanted to at will. They threw the ball to number 83 when they wanted to. They ran the ball to both Hurtado and Davis when they wanted to. They did not punt tonight. I guess they pretty much, other than having maybe turned the ball over, they scored every time they touched the ball.
You know, and I really think that Oak Grove will go home and do a gut check, and they'll bounce back from this, Tony.
I think they will too, Ricky. And my final say on this is the score of this ball game in no way tells you what kind of ball club Oak Grove has. I still believe, because we've got some starters back in Jonathan Crow and Guy Smith and the other guys that have come back, this team will be very competitive in the playoffs. When you've got the likes of Vic Dalrymple and Shane Couples and Tony Davis and Brad Nix on the sideline, I mean, these are experienced coaches. They've been to deep in the playoffs. They've won state championships. They know what it takes to get a team ready to play. Oak Grove Tigers, they may be down right now, but they're certainly not out.